find your own way. They want the natives to get restless.
Reality of the Middle East is that the more we bring the money back here and invest here, look at Saudi, is attractive to the world.
And easy to retire.
There's going to be 5 opposing global groups that are going to give us choice. Okay, you don't like these unelected choices that these people are making for you. Why don't you come over to our side and we'll give you what you want? Some people go over there. Some people stay where they are. This is when it gets crazy. 5 more groups will come up against them and going, you're wrong. Don't change. Don't anybody go over there. They're the Antichrist. They're controlled opposition. You know, all the buzzwords. And it's going to happen. You just choose which one you want to go to. If you don't like this one, don't fight against the group that does. If you don't like that one, don't fight against them that doesn't either. Just find your own way. They want the natives to get restless.
Here is where he validates my predictions I made 3 years ago.
Exporting our way to the world like the West has exported to us for so long, right? And there are so many things that we excel at. And I think that's the point. The point is, reality of the Middle East is that the more we bring the money back here and invest here, look at Saudi. Great example of that. The more Saudi invests in Saudi, the more the success stories would enable investors to say, hey, I kept my money in the bond market, I made 5%, but my friend gave it to that young, clever Saudi entrepreneur, and she made him 100%.
So my latest prediction here is, and I think it's quite obvious, is that's where investment's going to go. That's where money's going to go. That's where your finances are going to go. When you don't need to make a living off of your work, but you've got a nest egg of sorts, and we go to universal income, then people will invest in people. Like, not off the stock market, not in the banks, but almost like a GoFundMe, where you can look, and I wouldn't be surprised if this guy invents it, where you can look online and say, would you like to support this and support this, and this is what your return is, this is what your benefits would be, etc.
And think about that. Think about the beauty of what's about to happen. Everything's easier to build. We are finally seen for who we are in the world. At least the shift is starting to happen. Yes. We're not the ugly terrorists that want to kill everyone. We're the nicest people on the planet. And at the same time, we have so much money and investment, and it's not safe to keep it there anymore. So bring it back and invest it here and serve the region and serve the world. Look, you build something with substance in a region that's growing faster than anywhere else in the world, you'll get investment. Sanad is so ethical. He's the best co-founder I ever worked with. He wants to retain our ability to make a difference. Yeah. Making a difference with Emma, it's not about the dollar signs. It's about the number of people who will find and nourish and nurture true love. Okay? That's the only measure we have. And if we can, we actually have a lot to contribute. We are very artistic. We're very cultured. We're very ethical. We're very kind. As we start exporting this more to the world, we create a region that is attractive to the world. Because of the disruptions that are about to happen in the West, many people are going to leave the West. Those are people that have a lot of money, they have a lot of skills, they have a lot of influence. Okay? Shouldn't we find a way to get them to come here? By the way, if you leave America today, wouldn't have a space to go back to in Latin America. It's not very safe. You wouldn't have a space to go back to in Europe. Okay, collapsing economically, taxes are extremely high. East to Asia, or you could go back to the Middle East. Saudization, it's not that we only want to build businesses with Saudis. Emiratization, we don't only want to build businesses with Emiratis. We want to bring all of that talent and do the role that America did in the 70s.
A little bit deeper, but my prediction will continue because he hasn't said this. He's talking about getting all of the talent that came from the East and went to the West and bringing them back to the East again. But what I'm seeing, and he's not mentioning here, is that all the expats and anyone that's talented, of course, that are younger or older will be drawn. But the expats, they're going to make it affordable and easy to retire. The moderns can be like the Jetsons.
I also see that a lot of jobs, like after 2025, a predominant amount of jobs will become contract freelance based only. Nobody will be working, not nobody, but a lot of people won't be hired as an employee by a company. That's the wave of the future that I'm seeing. I see it more like in the technology, IT, engineering. As I was listening to this, it made me remember that there was a saying that said the East will save the West. And all these years, we're sort of watching the West save the East. They're poor, there's not enough food, or there's unhealthy, air, pollution, water, etc. So we dragged them all over here, and they're living here, but they're all going to go back. So here it is. Do not be afraid. I will bring your children from the East and gather you from the West. From the West, people will fear the name of the Lord, and from the rising of the sun, East, they will revere his glory. My name will be great amongst the nations, from where the sun rises to where the sun sets. Then I saw another angel coming up from the east, having the seal of the living God. You can take that the way that you want to, but this is what came to me as a download while I was watching this.
Trust me, I am not a biblical religious person.
What do you think? Do you agree with this? Do you see it coming? Does it scare you? Or does it make you excited? Would you move to the east? Think about it.